Hey guys, I thought it would be really fun to go through my 2016 year in books that Goodreads does at the end of every year. So I'm actually looking at it right now, and you should be too. And so I guess we'll just go through the year. I have not read as much as I did last year. I think I got 200 or 200 something books down last year. But yeah, this year I'm at 123 so far. So not great, but not terrible. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, the shortest book is Lois Lane, and then the longest book was The Girl Who Played with Fire, which is the second book in the Girl with Dragon Tattoo series, which I adored. It was actually my first adult novel that I'd read, and this was like ninth grade. Ninth grade was almost over, so that was a fun run down memory lane. Average page length, 358. That's nice. Okay, Gone Girl was the most popular. I purposefully read that because I wanted to watch the movie. Unfortunately, I still have not watched the movie. Oh, and the least popular is Haruro Astronaut, if that's how you pronounce it. Probably not, but that was a short story, or a short manga of, it was a part of the Orange series by Ichigo Takano. Average rating, 3.9, that's sad. The last time I checked, it was actually 4.0, highest rated on Goodreads, A Court of Mist and Fury. Not surprised, though I was surprised that this won the Goodreads Choice Awards for the end of the year and not Empire of Storms, because personally I like that better. Empire of Storms was perfect plot-wise, and I just really enjoyed it. Everything that is not a 2016 book is like completely out of my head, apparently. I don't even remember these. Of course, Emerald Green. I think I've read this 3 times. And then I reread the stories, the first 2 books again, as audiobooks while I was commuting this year, so I still have to read this, but I'm actually kind of waiting to see if the movie will come out with English subtitles, and I don't know, I've been waiting months, so if not, I'll probably just give in and reread Emerald Green again. This series, not that, the Inferno by Catherine Doyle. The first one is Vendetta, I think? Yes, Vendetta. That is a really good series. Like, the first one is kind of annoying and very reminiscent of Twilight, but the ship that we care about is in Inferno, and it like starts at the end of Vendetta, and it's just so good. And if you're having Twilight feels but don't want the actual Twilight because of everything about it, then Inferno. Definitely go for Inferno. Harlequins. Sometimes you need them. I did not love Truth Witch. The Outlander coloring book, I did read it, which is why I just went through all the pages with the words and read them all, so literally so I could add it to my Goodreads, but I only colored in a page, and like a page and an eighth or something. Half-Blood Prince, this was part of my Harry Potter reread that I started 2 years ago, and I still have not read the 7th book because everybody dies, and I don't want to go through that again. Ooh, The Royal We, that was popular. A Gathering of Shadows. A Conjuring of Light, 2 more months, yay! Carry On was good. Into the Dim, they said it was like Outlander, and it wasn't. Ooh, historical romance. Oh wow, that's kind of a lot. Okay. A Winter's Kiss. It's actually my least favorite book out of the series. Like, it's really good, but not enough swoony moments for me. Why Not Me? I really enjoy that, especially that one chapter with Mindy's whole imaginary parallel universe. Universe. And that one chapter where there was like a Darcy-like guy, and so beautiful. The Rose and the Dagger, that was really good. I'm sad that's only a duology. Lucifer, I actually read this. It's a graphic novel, and I read it after the first season of the TV show maybe, or like in between a break or something, but it was really good. I feel like half of it just went past my head because I'm not used to reading graphic novels of this intensity, but I enjoyed it, and I really do want to continue with it, but I'm afraid that I won't understand it. And like, I already have a ship, but can Lucifer have a ship? I don't know. Paper Princess. I enjoyed the first book, but then I read the second book, and it's really, really weird. The Raven King, of course, everyone has read that. I'm not as in love with the series as everyone else. Damona, that was amazing. Definitely read it if you have not checked it out yet. Till Death Do Us Part by Amanda Quick. I actually thought that would be kind of more like a Deanna Raybourn historical mystery novel, and it kind of was, but like nowhere near as good. I think I give it, 3 stars. That was unfortunate. Me Before You, 5 stars, of course. And I read After You after it. Also very, very good. I'm sure you all know about this book. I don't think I have to really say anything about it and like start getting teary-eyed and just unnecessary. Let's not go through that. Ooh, I have not watched Miss Peregrine's yet. Still have to. It was really good. I love the pictures. It was actually not as creepy as I thought it would be, which is kind of disappointing. I do have to watch the movie because the actress from Penny Dreadful plays Miss Peregrine, and she is amazing. She's like a wonderful actress, so I can't wait to see her in this. A Bollywood Affair. I highly, highly, highly recommend this to everyone. I actually was just recommending this to a friend the other day. She asked me for a recommendation for her trip to Morocco. She actually, specifically, she asked for a super swoony romance. I'm not quoting that right, but it was something along those lines, and I looked at this and I was like, yes, this is what you want. Tiger's Promise. I can't believe I waited that long to read this because this is the prequel to the Tiger's Curse series, and it's beautiful. Like, you think you know it all, but when you see it like firsthand through Ren and Kishin, and it's just so beautiful, and I can't. I'm so excited for Tiger's Dream. I remember Colleen who tweeted that she was getting started on it finally, and I still have no idea what it's about. But as this prequel, it had like the first chapter of Tiger's Dream in it, and it is really, really good from what I can tell. Kishin was there, and Durga was there, and I'm just very excited. I don't want to spoil it in case you haven't read it or like purposefully haven't read it, but so good, totally worth it. I don't think it'll disappoint. Ruby Red. Oh, yep, this was my reread. First book of Emerald Green that we looked at earlier. The Long Game, of course. This is the second book to The Fixer, and of course it was amazing. I don't even know when the third book is coming out, but I know that the latest book, Bad Blood, in her other series came out, so I am excited to read that. Stalking Jack the Ripper. I did not love it. I'm probably in the minority because I know a lot of people fell in love with it and they said it was perfect and exactly what they were hoping for, but it was just really boring to me, and I hated the romance, and the mystery was not that great, and I kind of saw it coming, and it wasn't great. The Unexpected Everything, of course, it was awesome. Lady Bridget's Diary. What did I give that? I think it was, yeah, 3 stars. It wasn't that great. I was hoping for something that was like Bridget Jones's Diary. I haven't read the book, but I watched the movie, and I actually just watched, it was a few months ago, watched Bridget Jones's Baby, and it was amazing, and yeah, I mean, nothing can stand up to that. Like, no. Plus, the Darcy in this was just way too hands-on, and like, it's not that Darcy can't be sexy, but he's a classic. Like, don't do that to him. The Queen of the Tearling. I actually just finished the 3rd and final book in the trilogy, The Fate of the Tearling, and oh my gosh, so good, but there was like the ending. It is not what I expected at all, and I'm kind of very disappointed with it, but also, no, yeah, I'm disappointed with it. It's just not what I was hoping for. The Invasion of the Tearling, that is the 2nd book, super amazing. Nerve, definitely go for the movie and not the book, because the movie is better and remove some character flaws that I really didn't like. I Got Your Number by Sophie Kinsella, amazing. Even if you've read Shopaholic, or if you've read nothing by the author, read this because it is the most perfect thing ever and it will make your life. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, I know a lot of people didn't love it, but I didn't expect much from it in the beginning, so when I did read it, I did really, really enjoy it, and I imagined the play going on in my head while I was reading it, and it was like being in London. Well, it's the closest that I could get to being in London, so I'll take it. Definitely 5 stars from me, although I have to admit that Harry Potter did not sound like Harry Potter. It definitely was not his voice, and Fantastic Beasts was much better, and I'm very excited to read the screenplay, even though I just watched the movie. Mistborn, The Final Empire. I loved it. Very intense, probably too intense for me, but I really enjoyed it, and I have the other 2 books in the series, so I should probably get going on that. The Hating Game, I know this is a craze right now and everybody's on board with it, and I don't think I loved it as much as everyone else did, but I also read it before the hype, so I don't know if that affected anything. Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, I hated it. Let's just keep it there. I probably gave it 3 stars, but like, I hated it. Empire of Storms, totally, absolutely loved it. Boss Man was weird. That's all I'm gonna say about that. A Change of Heart was it's the 3rd book by the same author as A Bollywood Affair that I mentioned earlier, and it was very intense but very good, and we actually meet characters that we see in the 2nd book, so it's actually weird because the first 2 books are part of the series and this one is not, but I feel like the 2nd book and this book should be part of the same series, but I don't know. Royally Screwed. I have been recommending that to people. Like, if you're in the mood for just a really fun contemporary romance, but like also like substantial, it's definitely something you want to go for. Nevernight. I actually did a video on this earlier with my favorite quotes, and yeah, definitely read that. It's very good. A Week of Mondays. That was really, really fun. It was a really fun read, and I actually just watched the no, it was something on Netflix, but it was a movie where this girl had like to keep redoing that one day in her life. It was Christmas Eve or something, I'm not sure, but it was cute, and I liked the idea of going back and being able to change little things in the day and seeing what the consequences were. So this was very cute. Like, it was a really fast read too, so that was really nice. And my most recent read, actually The Fate of the Turing is my most recent. It should be right here, but I haven't actually rated it on Goodreads yet, my bad. But the Corset Diaries, I picked it up thinking that it would be like Austenland, but it was not. And I'm kind of sad about it. But it was still like better than I expected, because at the first, the main character was just really self-conscious and self-involved, and not in a bad way. She was actually like really nice, but yeah, it just was not what I was expecting. But I mean, if you're a fan of like these types of adult humor, comedy, romance type of thing, you probably know where this book is going. It's actually a lot like Nannyland, which I read earlier somewhere right there. Yeah, so definitely not my genre usually, and I did have to skim quite a bit of it, but it was fine. It wasn't terrible. So that is my 2016 year in books, although it's only, what, the 22nd, so hopefully I will have some time to read more, and hopefully they'll all be amazing. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.